All right, let's talk about something that feels like it's pulled right from the future, but is actually happening right now. We're talking about artificial intelligence in medicine. It holds this incredible promise, but, as we're finding out, it also comes with some hidden dangers.
So just think about that for a second. What if your doctor's next big recommendation, the thing that could change your life, came from an algorithm? On one hand, you've got a tool that can access millions of medical cases in an instant, diagnosing things with incredible accuracy. But what happens when that same tool is secretly, maybe even unintentionally, biased? That's the huge question we're facing.
You know, the World Health Organization is looking at this, and they see a total game changer. And it's easy to see why. We're talking about a future with diagnoses that are almost instant, life-saving drugs getting developed in a fraction of the time, and real, expert medical care reaching the most remote corners of the world. I mean, the potential here is absolutely revolutionary.
But right as we're on the edge of this amazing medical breakthrough, a pretty big shadow has appeared. And what's wild is that it's not some bug in the software. It's a flaw in us, a reflection of our own society that we've accidentally taught to the machine, and it's raising some really serious red flags.
So, researchers at Cedars-Sinai decided to put some of these big-name AI models to the test. They basically gave them hypothetical psychiatric patient files to see what they'd recommend. And honestly, the results were pretty shocking. It turns out the AI was making these huge, life-altering decisions based on the patient's race.
Just look at this example. When a patient with depression was identified as Black, one AI actually suggested guardianship. I mean, that is a drastic, invasive legal step. But for the exact same patient file, where race wasn't mentioned, the AI just recommended standard therapy. It's a really chilling look at how hidden prejudices can just seep into the systems we're starting to trust.
And you can see here, the pattern is it's undeniable. Same symptoms, same conditions, but totally different treatment plans, all because of race. This isn't just some technical hiccup. It's like a digital echo of the systemic biases that have been in our healthcare systems for decades, and now our own tech is amplifying them.
So what is going on here? Well, the AI isn't malicious, right? It's really just a mirror. It learned everything it knows from this giant library of human text and medical records we fed it. And that library, unfortunately, contains all of our societal baggage, all our historical inequities. The AI simply learned our own biases and is now just showing them back to us.
Okay, so we've diagnosed a pretty serious problem. The question is, what's the prescription? Well, the good news is that global health leaders are not just sitting around. They are taking action, and they're building a powerful ethical framework to steer this technology toward healing, not harm.
The World Health Organization has really stepped up to lead the charge here. They've published the first ever global guidance on the ethics of AI in healthcare. You can kind of think of it as a roadmap, a plan for building a safer and, importantly, a more equitable future for all of us.
And at the core of this whole thing are 6 basic rules. First, protect human autonomy, which means people, not machines, have to be in control, always. Second, promote well-being and safety. You know, the classic do no harm. Third, transparency. We have to be able to see how the AI is making its decisions. Fourth is accountability. Someone has to be responsible. Fifth, ensure equity. This one directly tackles the biases we've been talking about. And finally, the AI we build has to be sustainable and responsive for the long haul.
But really, all of these principles, all of this guidance, it all points back to one absolutely critical idea, the one that's going to define the future of medicine, the irreplaceable role of having a human in the loop.
And the WHO is crystal clear on this point. This is not about replacing doctors. It's about giving them better tools. The final, critical decisions about a person's health, those have to stay in human hands, always. You know, this is a real opportunity for us to build a better, fairer healthcare system. We can use this powerful AI to close the gaps in care, to reach people who have been left behind, and to create a more just future for everybody. But it's not going to happen on its own. We have to guide this technology with real purpose and a lot of care. So, as we start welcoming AI into our hospitals and clinics, we have to remember we're not just dealing with code and data. We're dealing with our own values. And the ultimate challenge isn't just teaching this new medical partner to be smart, it's teaching it to be fair, to be compassionate, and to heal everyone equally. That's the future we have to build.